What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. And man, this episode was amazing. I love this episode. This episode was pretty pivotal because it was, of course, as you guys know, was the return of Super Saiyan God for Goku. Which I remember when this first happened, when this aired in like the subs, everybody and their grandmothers was talking about this, making videos about it and everything. Geeked on Fineva, they were all on top of this, which we of course will get into that later on in the review. Oh, we get that part. Also, I also just got finished up getting caught up on Naruto Shippuden again. So yeah, I think we're now back with canon material from now. So we're one step closer to the 4th grade ninja war, which means we're one step closer to Madara. So y'all know excited for that. I can't wait to see Madara because I've heard so many great things about Madara, and I can't wait to see Madara Uchiha. Anyway. Actually, let me talk about the fillers real quick, because there was actually a couple of this whole filler section I was watching I definitely say I like the other first half a little bit better, but this one was still pretty good. My favorite, the Kiba episode we got was a little interesting. It was nice seeing a little bit of background with Kiba, although I don't know why this dude is so obsessed with surpassing Naruto. I don't know why that is. Like, bruh, why are you also so obsessed with that? But whatever. It was nice to see some Hinata. Not seen Best Girl Hinata, but my favorite was definitely the My Guy one, where we see the kind of like the origins of him and Kakashi's relationship. That episode was so fucking good because My Guy is out here, come over to Kakashi, tell him like, hey man, let's fight, you're strong, let's fight. Kakashi's like, doesn't want any part of this, and he just leaves, but then My Guy just starts randomly appearing in various areas when he's like, there's this time where Kakashi's in the middle of taking a piss, and then My Guy's like, fight me, Kakashi, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he actually ends up showing him his dick. So I guess because My Guy got a look at Kakashi's, he might as well show it to him. And the running gag with this episode was, apparently, My Guy's dick is the size of an acorn. I laughed so hard, especially when Kakashi said that at the end. He's like, I was a kid, man. It's grown since then. I'm like, sure, brother. Sure it has. Anyway, man, that part had me die. And then there's another time where Kakashi's in the middle of the bath, and then My Guy shows up right under the water, comes out from the water, and just like, fight me, Kakashi. I'm like, how did you even get in there? Like, what the hell? That episode was definitely my favorite. And from this section of filler episodes I watched, they were great. And yeah, so yeah, back to canon material with Naruto Shippuden. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest, and we're getting one step closer to Madara. Boruto, not really much happened this episode. I feel like this is probably going back to when Boruto's going to be in that null that kind of usually is before we get to the movie content, which I'm looking forward to just for that episode where Naruto and Sasuke are teaming up. Although I gotta say, I do not like Gaara's Boruto design. Like, why has this man got this like hair gel cleaned up look with his hair, looking like he got hair gel in it? Like, bruh, go back to that little messed up hair you had back in Naruto and Shippuden. It looked a lot better. This look don't suit you, Gaara. It don't suit you, man. You look better when your hair's a little messed up, unkept, or whatever. It looked a lot better than that. I'm sure we can all agree on that one, because if there's one thing I don't like about Boruto is I'm not a fan of a lot of the designs. Some characters, their designs are fine, but I'm not a fan of Sasuke's design. I don't know why they had to make him so fucking, like, could they, like, if he needs to cover up the eye with his running on, couldn't he take a cue out of Kakashi's book and just wear an eye patch over? Why you gotta make him look even more emo than he already does? And, yeah, so, yeah. Also, one other major news we actually dropped was Promised Neverland is actually coming over to Toonami in a couple weeks, sometime in April. So, or I think it might actually be next week, actually. So if you guys have not seen The Promised Neverland, if you're a fan of Death Note, definitely check the series out. It's really fun, good. I know I've been watching it with the subs, and it's so good. Season 2 has been confirmed for next year, and I can't wait. So I'm super excited to see The Promised Neverland on Toonami. Rewatch it again, because I'm curious who they got for the English cast, because man, the Japanese guys did such a great job. Anyway, so that's all I gotta say. So let's get right into the video. So we started it off. We got Hit versus Dispo. It almost his name almost to my mind. Dispo from Universal Lev, which I have to say that it sounds like all the major guys, like a Universe 10, for at least in the English dub, I have noticed is pretty much dubbed by black VAs, which, I mean, I got no problem with that. It's not seeing my fellow brothers getting some time in the spotlight, working with Dragon Ball, but I kind of feel that, because I checked out, Top's VA, he's voiced by a black dude. The Destroyer for Universe 11 is voiced by another black dude. I swear Dispo's voiced by another black dude, just from the way he sounds. He kind of sounds like one. And I don't think Jiren is, but I still haven't checked on Jiren. But we have barely seen him speak any dialogue other than "get lost." But I just find that kind of funny. Anyway, so he's like, so you're Hit from Universe 6, right? That's right. Well, I'm Dispo from Universe 11. So they're about to start off. Hit kind of gets into his stance, uses his time skip, goes around to try and use his time skip, and tries to get over to Dispo. But Dispo ends up punching. Like, I swear, this episode, Dispo made Hit his bitch. Like, the first half of the episode was Hit being Dispo's bitch. Let's go. Like, Dispo beat, like, just destroyed Hit here. Lands a punch, and then he sends him flying back. He's like, he manages to stop himself, and he's like, huh, how did you do that? And and then Champa is like, Champa starts losing his mind a little bit here. He's like, what? That was just a fluke, nothing more. God, what a pain! Oh my God, Champa in this episode. This is like the best episode Champa's been in, man. This was Champa's episode. So Hit guy realizes that how he's actually moving this quickly. Well, actually, not yet. He's like, how is this working? So then he charges in towards him again, uses his time skip. Dispo then kind of does it like this. I like the visual effects Toei used right here when Dispo sees it and he goes into it and he does his own like super speed thing. Hit originally think he has his own time skip like time skip. I say time skip like Hit does, but when we got the second attack and once and then he punched Hit again, and then Hit was sent spinning around the air before he fell to the ground. Also, actually, around the beginning part of the episode, Kale and Caulifla are sitting behind like some rubble, and Kale's like, should we help Hit? And Caulifla is like, nah, don't worry, Kale. Hit got this. This guy won't be able to touch him. And then when he got hit, everyone was losing their minds. But then when he gets hit again, Champa just loses. He's like, ah! What the hell is going on? And I swear, I refuse to believe that this scene was not voiced by, was not a reference to Spider-Man 3. So while Champa is losing his damn mind, Vados comes in there and be like, careful, my lord. You being angry will raise your blood pressure. And I laughed so hard because it reminded me of that scene in Spider-Man 3 where Betty is telling J. Jonah Jameson, like around the beginning of Spider-Man 3, he's like, careful Jameson, your wife says to worry, check your blood pressure. You tell my wife! And then we got the pills where he says it's time to take your pills, and he picks one and she says, not that one, and then he goes that one, and then he grabs and opens it up, and she reads and gets that drink plenty of water. Thank you. That scene, oh my God, I laugh. That scene's probably like one of my favorite scenes in Spider-Man 3, man. But I swear that had to be a Spider-Man 3 reference. That had to have been. Anyway. So this is when Hit realized that he's not using a time skip. He's just super fast. Also, one other interesting thing was we see actually that the Grand Zenos were like, oh my God, I can't see. They're going too fast. They're too fast. And keep in mind, the Grand Zenos are the most powerful beings we know of right now in the Dragon Ball universe. So there are two reasons. There are two theories I have on that. Either A, they literally just weren't really paying attention that much because there's all these other different fights going on at the same time. So that's probably why they probably didn't really see when Hit and Dispo were going at it. Either that, or they're just going real, or either that, or the Grand Zenos really aren't where they can't see that far. They're too fast for their eyes to see. Which is interesting since they're the most powerful villains. I mean, you got Goku, Gohan, they got no problem probably watching a fight like this. We know that guys like Krillin and Tien have always had kind of troubles, fights with fights that where the Saiyans are involved, like Goku facing off against Vegeta or with facing off against Boo. And they've constantly said that how they can't really tell what's going on. So I don't know if their eyes are kind of like theirs or what, but I thought that was kind of interesting how the Grand Zenos could not keep up with Hit and Dispo. Now, granted, they are going super fast. Dispo's going the speed of light here, and Hit's using his time skip, so there's probably also that as well. And actually, we also see Top chilling up at the top. Well, just, you guys might remember I said in my review last week I was going to follow Top's English voice actor on Twitter. I found out the dude doesn't have a Twitter, which kind of sucks because I wanted to follow him because I love this man's voice here. His voice for Top is so perfect. He's like, "Ah, yes, Dispo, our captain of quickness. First he managed to get to the speed of light, and then the speed... it's the speed of sound, and then the speed of light. Truly, he is justice in the flesh." And Jiren's just kind of just sitting there with his arms crossed, just watching on. Man, I'm looking forward to that, man. We're getting really close to that 1 hour special, man. I can't wait to see it. So after that, we get back to Hit. We get Hit and Dispo, and actually, Dispo talks about how this arrogant vibe apparently gets off of Hit really pisses him off. I don't know why, because when I look at Hit, I don't think arrogant douchebag. I think stoic badass like Jotaro, which, as you guys know, Hit's English voice actor also voices Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I don't know what arrogance he's getting off of Hit, because all I get is stoic badass like Jotaro. Maybe it's also because he's also voiced by Jotaro, but whatever. And so then when he gets back up. He keeps his guard down, just has his hands there, and they use his tie skate now again. Now this time you can actually kind of see like a little bit of like some vibrations from Hit's skin, from Hit's muscles, and then Dispo catches this and goes over to him and punches him again. This is when Hit fully realizes what the hell, how Dispo is able to catch him and and know exactly when to do his super speed right when Hit uses his time skip. That is because of his ears. I think Dispo's based off of like a jackrabbit or somebody. He mentions that he has like his hearing is really good, and so that he can hear the slightest sound of Hit's muscles vibrating or contracting, and the slightest bit of sound of that catches his ears, and then he goes in for the kill. And then, I love to see I love how the anime has finally pointed out the fact that the thing we all know about is, and that's how much Dispo looks like Beerus. Chopper's out here raging and be like, "And make it worse, he looks like Beerus!" And Vados, oh my god, Vados. She's like, "Oh, but Beerus is your brother, my Lord Champa. So wouldn't that mean he looks like you?" And then Champa, oh my god, Champa, is like, "They look nothing like me. I have a handsome face, not like these normies with their gentle jaw, with their high cheekbones and gentle jawlines." I'm like, somebody's jealous. So, and then when he finds out about the whole thing with the ear things, and he's like, "Oh, Vados, bring me I think it was Bokozela? I think that's how you say it? Bokozela? I don't even know what the hell it is. It looks like I don't know what that instrument's called. It kind of like a horn type instrument from like little bits we see later on in the episode. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, because I have no idea what the hell a Bokozela is. Oh man, this episode was Champa's episode, man. He was like the highlight of this episode. So once Hit realizes that, we then just get a normal traditional fight. They're going at each other. We then go back to Top, and he's just chilling, and then he starts got this Toad guy that's like, "Oh man, he got hit on the ropes. This is Dispo's beating the shit out of him." And then Top's like, "Not so fast. Look at him. He's getting his ass kicked. He is avoiding critical hits. This is all part of his plan. This is all probably a trap." And he's like, "Toad, go in there and help Dispo. It looks like a trap is about to be." He's like, "Yeah, I got you." So he gets down there. We get back to the fight. And we see Hit gets hit again, and he's right next to the eggs to the end of the ring and is almost about to get out. So then Dispo starts charging towards him. Hit uses his time skip again, and then Dispo actually goes right through him. Right now, I think the way that happens is when Hit used his time skip, his body probably went invisible for a second. That's why, and since Dispo's going at like the speed of light, that's probably why exactly he went through him. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. And so, after that, we have a close up of Hit's eyes, like, now you're the one that's out. And then he's like, no, out. He's like, impossible, no. And then the episode goes, and the anime goes commercial. And I thought this was Dispo was going to get eliminated, but he actually doesn't. He managed to get saved by the Toad dude. So we see, Dispo's tree and fall. He's like, no, and the child, yeah, that's right, keep falling. And then the children saves him, and then they both kind of like, this purge, and Hit's like, whatever. So he gets in this position. They're about to go right back to it. So after they start having like a stare down for like a few minutes, for like what feels like 5 minutes, they get right back in the action. They're not cheering. Dispo and Hit start going at it. The Toad dude kind of comes in there, grabs some of Hit's limbs to keep him, while Dispo keeps laying back down. It's a 2-on-1 assault. Ciampa's like, this is cheating! How is this even allowed? Well, he has, his horn, and he starts blowing on it. He starts like playing like, and I'm like, where did you get that? So, they're going at it, and then we get back to Kale and Caulifla, and Caulifla, I should say, not Caulifla, Caulifla. And Caulifla's like, you know what? I can't stay here. I gotta help out Hit. And Kale's like, no, we should stay there. He's like, I can't just sit here, Kale. You stay here. I'll take care of this. So Caulifla is about to go. Caulifla is about to go in there, and then we see like this fiery thing kind of come down to where Hit is, and it's revealed. And it grabs Dispo's fist, and it reveals to be Goku in Super Saiyan God, base Super Saiyan God, which we haven't seen since Battle of Gods. And I remember because as I know, I don't watch the episodes so, but of course, since I follow a lot of anti-tubers like Geetham and Forever, I of course still kind of keep tabs on what's going on in the sub. I don't watch the reviews, but I see their thumbnails occasionally, and I see little bits and pieces. Excuse me. So, of course, when this happened, I was like, oh, cool, Super Saiyan God's back. And everyone was talking about it, everyone was making videos on it. It was really cool. I've always kind of been fascinated by the Dragon Ball community and their discussions on different forms and everything. Like, also, the rumored Saiyan curse! Oh, man, I can't even say that shit with a straight face! Oh, man, but we will not discuss that woman! Anyway. And of course, I was right there with y'all, losing my mind when we saw Vegeta go Super Saiyan God in the Broly movie. And of course, I was kind of curious if that green hair form is going to end up being. I hope that's a form that Vegeta gets, and that ends up maybe being his that's like his Ultra Instincts, where he's like on the same level as Broly. That's why I think maybe even throw that full Gohan's way too, but they'll probably keep him with his ultimate form. So back to the episode. So Goku gets in there, and then we see something that we haven't seen since the Frieza saga in Z. And so Goku starts facing off against Dispo after Hit tells him, the guy with the ears is mine. And Goku's like, stop him. Well, then you have to stop me then. So we go, and then we see while the fight's going on, we see Goku actually go Super Saiyan Blue, lands a couple hits, and then goes back to Super Saiyan God, which, as we know, he did the same thing in the Frieza saga when he would go Kaioken, who was facing off against, I believe it was Frieza's final form. He would go Kaioken, land a couple hits, and then go right back to his base form too, so it doesn't, destroy his energy. And of course, Whis also talks about this, talks about how how he's doing this and why he's doing it. So they're going at it, and then Goku's facing off against is facing off against Dispo. Hit is facing off against this the Toad dude, and so he's like later on in the episode he lays down like this trap where he has a bunch of his little lines or whatever on the ground, which it pretty much works as like a minefield essentially. He's like, oh wait, let me guess, it'll explode like you wouldn't believe. And so then he used that tactic he used to kill Goku. I use the word kill very loosely. Kill Goku in those filler episodes a while back, and y'all know I was laughing my ass off when that episode aired. Like how y'all killed Goku off. And so he uses the same time, but it doesn't kill him, obviously. Just knocks him down for a little. It doesn't even knock him unconscious. It just knocks him down to a knee. He's like, "What? How did you beat my impenetrable defense?" And get back to Dispo. Goku ends up getting back to where Hit is, and they end up switching opponents. So Goku goes up against the other guy. Dispo goes on with Hit. And so when the Toad Dude lays out the same trap again for Goku just goes Super Saiyan Blue and just charges right through it. With all it's exploding everywhere, and Goku just comes out there being like, and knocks him and just punches him. Get back to Dispo, and so then Hit starts to really start using Dispo's ears against him, because as we know, he hears the muscle contractions, and bam, that's when he knows he's going time skip. So then Hit does the muscle contractions, but doesn't use his time skip, brings him in there, then uses his time skip, and nails Dispo right in the stomach. His eyes look like they're about to bulge out of his head. It's like, what? How did you do that? I made the same muscle contractions as I used for my time skip. I didn't time skip. It's like, so that's how you beat my attack. And so then he does it again. And he actually goes through Dispo again. And then he uses his time skip, and that's when he uses his time skip. And then knocks punch. He's like, "What the? You used your time skip that time?" "Yes, I did. So tell me, what will it be next time?" And then Champa's like, "That's right, Dispo!" And actually, one thing I forgot to mention, I love the scene. When Goku showed up to help out Hit, Beerus is like, "Looks like Hit's been offered a reprieve. How about some gratitude, Champa?" "Oh, please, Beerus, we don't need your charity!" I love that scene. So then, at this point, Hit makes Dispo his bitch and starts wailing a bunch of punches on him, knocks him down. He tells him, I'll let you walk out of the ring yourself." He's like, "We proud troopers don't know the meaning of the word surrender." And he's like, "Alright," and throws him out, but the dude saves him. And then the Toad is like, "No, I will take care of Hit. I will take care of him myself." Charges towards him. Hit makes easy work of him, punches him out, and sends him outside the ring. So he is then eliminated. Dispo's like, "We gotta take out Hit right now." And Top says, "That's enough, Dispo. Stop playing the hero." And so they ended up retreating along with Jiren. And then the Destroyer of the Love Universe says, "Oh man, they took Dispo out too. We only got 3. No, they took out the Toad, but we got 3 left." And I think it was actually the Angel for Love and Jiren says, "Yeah, but we still got Hit. We still got Hit and Jiren, so we good." Which, yes, they are. We know Hit and Jiren are like some high level guys. And so that is essentially where the episode ends. Right after that, Goku returns back to his base form, and Goku and Hit go their separate ways. So overall, I love this week's episode. I love the fact that we saw the return of Super Saiyan God. That was a nice little treat there. Art animation is great. This episode was fucking hilarious. So overall, I'll give this episode, I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Trey Flager. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.